Hi guys, hope you all are doing well. Today's English lesson is from Scope 2 Student Book. Please take out your books. Scope 2 Student Book Unit 8 that we got at Unit 8, page 72-73. And the lesson title is Reading, Listening and Vocabulary. We're gonna focus on these three skills today. But before reading, there are some questions to discuss. The first question, do you prefer reading books or watching films? Why? And it depends on you. Some of you maybe like reading books because you're enjoying, or some others watching films that they enjoy watching, not reading books. So it is up to us to choose reading books or watching films. 2. What sort of books and films do you enjoy the most? Sort means type, like kind. And what of them? Which one of them that you enjoy the most? As we know, there are many sort of books like science, language, about science, about language, about sport, about music, about space. So it depends of us. And films the same. There are many sorts of films like adventure, animation, comedy, and sometimes musical or science fiction, and sometimes historical. So it depends on you that which one that you enjoy the most, and you're gonna choose to watch or read. And how has the way we watch films and read books changed? We know that at first the films were not like that. They were just black and white, and they were just acting, not moving pictures, and without sound. And the same for reading books. They were just black and white, they were not like that as today. So how do you think it will change in the future? There's a text to get some information about how will be changed in the future. But before reading the article, the text, let's know the meaning of some words. What do these words mean? Okay, let's see the words and know their meaning. The first one is a century. What does century mean? Century means a period of time. But how many years? It will be 100 years. That's century. It means time. 2. Sophisticated. What does sophisticated mean? Sophisticated means not simple. Means advanced, progressed, like complex. And sensation. What does sensation mean? Sensation means strong feeling, strong impression. So it means related to feeling. Number 4, soundtrack. What does soundtrack mean? That's the sound recording. Just like a part of a sound, that's the track, the CD, like that. Number 5, what does short mean? Short means a part of a film, a part of like a short part of a film will be a short. Then number 6, what does animation mean? Animation, that we know, it means the way of making films from drawings, that when they draw and then they will be moved, there's animation, just like cartoons, sometimes films too. Then number 7, futuristic. Futuristic means very modern, means that we see that's from the future. Then the last one, number 8, sensor. What does sensor mean? It's a device to progress the films and to use in the films, just like glasses. It will be like these glasses. It is one of the sensor. So there's a text, an article, that's the title, moving pictures and technology and the movies. Moving pictures that we see, they are watching a film or maybe animation with the glasses, with one of the sensor to feel the sensation. Let's listen to the article. Then
Track 19, Unit 8, Reading, page 72, Exercise 2. Moving pictures, technology and the movies. It's hard to believe, but the whole movie industry only started about 100 years ago. The first silent, black and white movies, short for moving pictures, only appeared at the end of the 19th century. They were very simple compared to today's sophisticated digital productions, but they caused a sensation. People loved going to the movies straight away. The first permanent cinema opened in Los Angeles in 1902, and by 1907 there were already more than 4,000 cinemas in the US, where audiences could enjoy watching comedies, dramas, and news reports. These early films had no soundtrack, and the actors needed to move their faces and bodies a lot to show feelings without speaking. Text appeared on the screen between shots so that the audience could read the dialogues. A pianist often accompanied the film with live music. When making movies with sound became possible in the 1920s, film producers and directors started including music and songs, as well as dialogue, in their talking pictures, and musicals became a popular new genre. Filmmakers soon stopped making silent movies. For some actors, it was the end of their careers, because they didn't have good voices, or they simply couldn't act and speak at the same time. Color films were the next important development. They were common by the 1950s, and in 1960 there were experiments with films accompanied by smells, aroma-rama and smell-o-vision. However, people didn't want to smell films, and they were not successful. In the 1970s, surround sound was developed. But the next big change was when filmmakers began using computers to create very realistic special effects in the 1990s. More recently, computer-generated images, CGI, have had a huge impact on animation and science fiction films, where they can be used to create fantastic futuristic machines, buildings, and even people. CGI and 3D techniques are improving all the time, and some people think that soon we won't be able to tell what's real and what isn't. In the future, it might be possible to wear special sensors in order to feel the same emotions and sensations as the characters on the screen. But will we really want to do that?
So now the listening is done, and we know there are some highlighted words in each paragraphs that we talked about. And the first exercise on page 72, read the study focus and read quickly through the article, reading the first sentence in each paragraph only. Number the main ideas in order 1 till 5 that we listened instead of reading. And here are some the first, and we have to number orderly. The first one is done the early. It means the first paragraph is the early history of film and the first cinemas, and let's see which one will be the second. And here is this one, technical developments from the 50th century to the 19th century. That's number 4 will be matched with. Then what silent films were like? Which one is it? Which number? That's number 2. So this is number 1, and this is what silent films were like. That's digital technology is number 5. Digital technology, CGI, techniques, and the future. And the last one is the effects of introducing sound technology will be number 3. So, and exercise 2. Read and listen to the whole article and check your answers to exercise 1, but we already listened and we checked. So let's go to exercise 3. Read the article again, write true or false, and correct the false sentences. Number 1, cinemas are quite a recent invention. Is that true or false? Yeah, let's see, that's true, because cinemas were quite a recent inventions. The second one, it took a long time for cinema to become popular. Is that true? To become popular? No, that's false, and it says correct that, but we just corrected orally. The second one is because people enjoyed going to the movies straight away, so they were not they were popular even at first. Number 3, cinemas were completely quiet during silent films. Is that true? Do you think that? No, that's false. Number 3 is false. Why? Because somebody usually played piano during the silent films. Number 4, some actors lost their jobs when talking pictures began. Is that true? Yeah, that's true. Because maybe they didn't have a good voice, or they couldn't act simply. So that's why. Number 5, people enjoyed smell or vision. Is that true? No, that's false, because smell or vision technology wasn't successful. CGI might soon make it possible for viewers to feel the same sensations as the actors on screen. True or false? That's false. Why? Because special sensors might soon make it possible to feel the same sensation, not CGI. This is exercise 3 and exercise 4. But before this is exercise 3. Before exercise 4, we're gonna do word check. That's matching the words with the definitions, a way of making a film from drawings or illustrations. What will be the word? Let's see. That's animation. Animation matched with the definition, a way of making a film from drawings or illustrations. A time period of 100 years that we explained and we got it. Century. Good. Then number 3, a strong impression. Which one is a strong impression? So sensation. That's good. Matched with the definition. The definition, a device that reacts to light, heat, or other sensations. Which one will be matched? That's sensor. Good. The short scene in a film, like a part of a film, what will be? Short. Yeah, that will be matched with the definition. Advanced and stylish. Which word will be? Sophisticated. Very good. Sophisticated. Advanced and stylish. Then number 7, the sounds, especially the music of a film. That's soundtrack. Will be matched with very modern. Looks like it comes from the future. That's futuristic. So please write down these words in your notebooks and memorize them and practice with them. Animation with a definition and the same color. Century, sensation, sensor, shots, sophisticated, soundtrack, and futuristic. Please let's go to exercise 4. Match the highlighted words in the article with the definitions in the word check that we already did. Then choose the correct phrases to complete the sentences below. Let's do the soundtrack of the film. The soundtrack of the film was too loud or difficult. That's done. Number 1 is done. The soundtrack of a film was too loud. The number 2, the film created a sensation when it came out. The cinemas were full or hardly anyone went to see it. That let's see. Then when the cinemas were full. Number 3, I love animations. My favorites are Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, or by Disney and Pixar. That let's see, they by Disney because related to they do animations. Number 4, the historical customs or spaceships look very futuristic. Which one? Let's see, that's spaceships. Number 5, this equipment is from the last century, so it is very old or quite recent. That's very old. Number 6, the actors or lights are controlled by sensors. Which one will be controlled? The lights, of course. That's exercise 4 is done. We did it. And exercise 5 will be your homework for the next lesson. Look in the article to find the opposites of the adjectives below. Please read the article more than 3 times, then try to get recorded, simple, talking, and uncommon, unpopular, and realistic that I wrote, and please write like that and try to find the opposites of them. Like one is done, recorded, live. And the same exercise 6 will be your homework. Complete the sentences with the sum of the adjectives from exercise 5 or their opposites. So you have to do exercise 5 first, then come to exercise 6. Thank you for today, and we're going to continue in the next lesson. Thank you.